You're here today with Matt Taylor. He is the founder and CEO of Tracksmith, the running company that pioneered the pop-up here at the Boston Marathon. Matt, it's really awesome to be here with you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Tracksmith is the pioneer of the pop-up in Boston. What was the running landscape like when you started the pop-up, and did you have a retail store at the time?
Yeah, it's been, I think this is our 10th year now, Boston Marathon weekend. We started the brand 2014, the April of 2015. Actually, we were in the space we're in today, which is crazy. We went to the expo and, looked at the options there. I want to say it was roughly $10,000 for a 10 by 10. Wow. Happened to be walking up and down Newbury Street, a beautiful day like this, and saw the for lease sign. So we called the landlord and said, hey, could we have it for like 5 days? And no one back then was like, what is that? That didn't exist, And so it took a while. We didn't think it was going to happen. But then, obviously when you offer some money, they're like, okay, yeah, well, let's talk. So we ended up getting the space downstairs, and for about the same amount of money, but it was a much better way for us to present our brand, which was relatively new at the time. It wasn't even a year old. And so that first year, it was really an enlightening moment for us. And it's something that we've obviously now done not only in Boston, but in a lot of cities. Marathon. Exactly. Yeah. And at that time, nobody was on Newbury Street. Every brand was in the expo, right? No one had done these pop-ups at all. But we left that weekend being like, this is really special and distinct. And so we, next year doubled down and we just kept going. And, every year you would see folks from the other brands come through, and we probably had a 4 or 5 year run before anyone else started popping up on Newbury. And now you walk up and down and it's every brand. Every brand is here. Yeah.
When you were first here, was there a lot of street traffic? Like, was it really great for retail at the time? And do you feel like you brought that here
certainly marathon weekend. Yes. Newbury is the classic, retail destination. It is quite long. It's, 10, 12 blocks between here. This end of the street is much more sort of active brands, whereas the other end is like high-end luxury brands, right. And then the middle is exactly, yeah, right by the common. Yeah. The middle is a little bit more transient and a lot of different things, but so yeah, this street has always been the classic retail street. There's definitely foot traffic, but this weekend, it's like from 10 years ago to now, it's just crazy. They really should shut the street down the entire weekend.
I really thought it was closed.
Yeah, they closed it for, obviously yesterday we had the races, the 5Ks and the mile, so they closed it down for a bit, but it's really becoming like a festival atmosphere.
There's a line out the door for people to come in and shop at Tracksmith. So do you see this in every city? Is it just Boston? And is this like, how has this really helped you like get to know your consumer and also grow the brand?
So yes, this is typical in New York, Boston, Chicago, London, Tokyo, and Berlin were a little bit newer to pop-ups there. And so, I'm assuming eventually it'll be like that as well. It is an amazing, I tell everyone that it's like the best initiation as an employee at Tracksmith. Right. Like if you can work Boston weekend, you should, because you will talk to so many different people. They'll have so many different perspectives and opinions about the brand. And the thing that we still do today that is my favorite thing around these weekends is the poster stamping after the races, because that's where you really get this like one-on-one intimate interaction with the customer who, they're usually ecstatic. Even if they didn't have a good race, everyone's happy after the marathon. And so you just get this really nice moment that as a digital brand you normally would never get. So it's pretty special.
Did Tracksmith started the concept of stamping the poster post-race?
Yes. Yeah.
Where did that idea come from?
I don't remember. But back then there weren't that many of us. So one of 10 people probably was like, hey, what if we did this? What it really was like the idea of, trying to commemorate what is a pretty special achievement for a lot of people. Again, not even if it's a PR or not a great race, it's still something you want to remember. And obviously people have been doing engraving your medal with your time and things like that. So this was kind of our version of like, and we're obviously a design-led, creatively led brand, right, and creating these custom posters for every race that are distinct and unique, and then come in and again have that experience of being able to sit across the table from one of our employees and get your time stamped.
And you also like started the whole shakeout run concept. I mean, please forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that Tracksmith, and you can own it, right? I'm asking you to tell me.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of amazing, right? As somebody who has a background in business, right? And just seeing how you took a pop-up concept at a race marathon weekend, like you're a community building leader as a brand.
Yeah.
Like you nailed it.
Yeah. I mean, that the shakeout, you know, it's kind of crazy now. I mean, I don't know. You saw this morning how many, it's almost too many people because it's hard to get on the roads and, you know, be safe with that many people. But yeah, I mean, we had started even before, you know, kind of the Boston Marathon or the event specific shakeout. We had been doing runs from our office. We didn't even have a store when we launched the brand. And so that community was kind of building. And then it was like, oh, a couple of our employees and friends of the brand were racing that first Boston. It's like, well, you're going to do a shakeout run anyway. Let's just host it at the track house. And, you know, we had the bananas and the coffee and, you know, all of those things that now, you know, kind of our second nature. But
and how many times have you done the Boston Marathon?
I've only run Boston twice, actually. Yeah, last year and probably 20 years prior to that, or 16 years ago, something like that.
Are you a big marathoner personally?
I was I ran middle distances in college and a little bit post collegiately. So yeah, I mean I'm from the mile to the marathon, anything in that range.
Do you have any thoughts on the future of what this shakeout run, poster stamping, retail activation looks like as the community of runners grows exponentially?
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's obviously 7 majors. What we've been experimenting a little bit with over the last 2 years is, you know, taking a little bit of the playbook to other races that aren't under the World Marathon Majors label. It's never going to be quite like the experience and the atmosphere at the majors, but it's hard to be honest, it's hard to scale this any more than it is. Like we literally can't take more people on a shakeout run. We can't stamp more posters. We can't fit more people in the store in Boston. That's what I mean. Like this weekend, we're like, we pretty much operate at capacity. And, you know, it took us a long time to get the staffing right and get all the operations right to still try to create a great experience for people coming through the door. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see like what happens here. I'm like, you know, can the expo is kind of a little bit of a ghost town. So I don't know,
like,
maybe.
I feel like this is so much better. Like as somebody who's spectating and walking around, like it's just more of an immersive brand experience, whereas the expo is like the lights and the booth and like I feel like if you have a community, you're better off doing your own thing.
I mean, the goal would be not the goal, but like because we're not pursuing it, but the idea would be to have all of Newbury Street for, you know, these 2 or 3 blocks shut down, let people be in the street, maybe live music, like literally a true festival atmosphere. And
the city
we have worked with the city, so they shut down Newbury Street on the weekends in the summer, and we've actually hosted a mile race on Newbury Street in the past and some different things. So it's trying to convince them this weekend, hey, you could also do the same thing, even though it's April. What is happening is way more people are coming to the Back Bay who aren't racing than used to come. Because who wants to, if you're not racing, going through the expo, waiting a line with your friend who's racing is a lot to ask. But to come down here and be able to like spend a Saturday on Newbury Street, beautiful weather, lots more people are coming down, even ones that aren't racing. So it kind of lifts all boats.
Yeah, a lot of people I know are coming from New York for like the night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, thank you.